All right, today we are going to build a new skill from the ground up, the art of charisma. But we're going to call it what it really is, social wizardry.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You meet someone, and within minutes, you're just drawn to them. They seem to connect with everyone so effortlessly, it's like they were born with some kind of secret magic. But what if I told you that magic isn't really magic at all?
Well, that brings us to the biggest myth of all about charisma, that you're either born with it or you're not. The truth? It's a skill. And just like learning to play guitar or speaking a new language, it's something that can be broken down, practiced, and yeah, even mastered.
So if it's a skill, where do we even begin? Well, the entire foundation of social wizardry, the whole thing, starts with one surprisingly simple, kind of radical shift in how you think.
Just let that sink in for a second. This one idea completely flips our usual idea of charisma on its head. We all think we need to have the coolest stories or the sharpest jokes, but the real secret, the real magic, is shifting your focus 100% from yourself to the person you're with.
So then, what exactly is social wizardry? Look, it's not about manipulation, and it's definitely not a performance. It's about a genuine connection. It's about making the person you're talking to feel like, just for that moment, they're the most important person in the room.
And really, it all boils down to this one simple thing. Your entire goal is just to make the other person feel good. If you make that your #1 intention in any conversation, you're already like 90% of the way there.
Okay, so knowing the philosophy is great, but how do we actually do it? Let's get into the practical stuff, your very first social spells.
You know, we're all taught the magic words when we're kids, right? But we totally overlook the most powerful one of all, hearing our own name. I mean, it's so psychologically powerful. It literally validates our existence and creates this instant, subtle connection.
And here's how you cast this spell. It's a super simple 3-step process. First, you have to actually listen when they say their name. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Second, repeat it, even just silently to yourself. It helps lock it in. And third, find one natural moment to use it. Don't overdo it, just once. So, Sarah, what did you think about that? It's so simple, but believe me, it is incredibly effective.
All right, time to level up. This next spell is a little more advanced, mostly because it works in a way you'd never expect. It's this awesome psychological trick called the Ben Franklin effect.
So, just picture it. You're talking to someone you really want to build a better relationship with. Maybe it's a new coworker or someone you just met at an event. Now, what's your first instinct? It's probably to try and impress them, right? Maybe offer to do some huge favor for them, buy them coffee, or help with a project. And that makes total sense. But what if there's a better, kind of sneaky way? And here is the twist. The research actually shows it's way more effective to ask them for a small, super easy favor. Like, hey, can I borrow your pen for a second? Or, what do you think of this? When they do that small favor for you, their brain has to justify why it did it. And it subconsciously thinks, well, I guess I must like this person, otherwise why would I have helped them? It's a fascinating and seriously powerful way to build a connection out of thin air.
So we've covered the mindset. We've talked about a couple of really powerful spells. How do we put all this together so it becomes a consistent practice? Let's check out the roadmap. So here it is, your code to live by. Number 1, always start with the core principle. Focus on them. Then layer in those simple tactics, like using their name. Don't be afraid to try those weird counterintuitive methods like the Ben Franklin effect. And most important of all, and I mean this, always remember this is a skill you are building, not some personality trait you were born with.
Let's just reframe this whole thing one last time. Being charismatic isn't some grand performance. It's just a sum of a bunch of small, consistent efforts to make other people feel valued. It's a journey of small, kind steps, not some final destination you have to reach.
So, I'll leave you with this question. You have the spellbook now. You know the core ideas. You know a few key tactics. So, which one are you going to try out? Who are you going to make feel seen and valued and important today?